What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jerron Eitner back again with another video for Starstruck TV. This time we're talking about the ever so controversial Lizzo, who Time Magazine just recently gave her Entertainer of the Year. Now, I'm not here to hate on Lizzo. I think that she's an amazing artist. I think that what she's doing is great and it's inspiring for people who look like her and the sense of empowerment and women's rights and things like that. With that said, just based on volume alone and impact, her getting nominated for Entertainer of the Year is highly suspicious to me, in the sense that even when you look at an artist like Lil Nas X, who had, the most successful song in the history of music, at least in the streaming era, ever, in terms of sales, and like longevity on the Billboard charts. I think, yeah, longest running song on the Billboard charts is what I meant to say. But and then he also came out as gay and was just popping all year. I definitely think that he should have gotten that over Lizzo. Even Kanye West, I would put over Lizzo. I just think that it almost feels like the powers that be have pulled the trigger on Lizzo now. Because the timing of everything is just so suspicious with her whole stunt at the Lakers game, and then she dropped a video the next day, and now she's getting Entertainer of the Year, and now she's sweeping the Grammys, and it's like, I don't understand why necessarily her impact is so strong to be considered Entertainer of the entire year. The strength of her single "Truth Hurts" is obviously resonates very. It was a massive hit single, but it wasn't bigger than Lil Nas X "Old Town Road." She didn't really do a lot of social impact unless you consider her antics of what she was doing with, anti-body shaming and things like that, which is really inspiring, and I really think that's great. But in the grand scheme of things, when you look at what's happening in the world and making a voice that really resonates across all marks, I definitely don't think that she's the one. I definitely would have to give it to Lil Nas X, or even, like I said, Kanye West, he did the Sunday service thing, really went on this whole redemption thing this whole past year. And while he didn't quite convert everybody over, pun intended, back to the old Kanye, the glimpses are there. And his voice has been resonating a lot larger than Lizzo's for sure. That's for sure. But yeah, like I said, I'm not here to hate on Lizzo. Like, if you look at her career, it's an amazing story, and it's inspiring, and it's one of those things where anybody can look at Lizzo and be like, man, if I really try and I really apply myself, I really can do that. I think the album that she's been pushing has been out for 3 years, so it took a long time for her to get to this point. And respect to her for her living it up and doing the best thing that she's doing. Now, with her whole antics with the thong at the Lakers game and all that stuff, or the Minnesota game, like, that's a different video. I think the operative word in all this comes down to elegance, and I think that's something that Lizzo will eventually learn with time. Basically, when it comes down to that, I just think, what would Beyonce do? Not saying that Beyonce wouldn't wear a thong to the game. I'm just saying that there's a certain elegance and vibe to it. Or Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga pulled up to award shows in eggs, wearing meat suits of meat, and killed it. See what I'm saying? Like, it's all about the approach and the elegance. It really just felt like Lizzo was trying to chase clout. But it also kind of feels like there's this whole engine, whether it's a record label or the Illuminati or whatever you believe in, like, is really getting behind Lizzo, because she has a lot of momentum right now. But to give her Time Person or Entertainer of the Year in a year where Lil Nas X broke the record for longest running song in the Billboard charts, and then came out as gay, and then is still like considered widely loved across the world, and has, like, I don't know, like, that's a stretch, man. That's a stretch. But Time Magazine be doing this thing. I know they gave Greta Thunberg, I'm sorry if I said your last name wrong, Person of the Year, which I absolutely agree with. She's been inspiring people, inspiring the masses. And I think that's really what it comes down to, is like inspiration. Now, I'm not saying that Lizzo doesn't provide inspiration, But I do think that, and I'm gonna say I'm not trying to be mean. I do think that her music is lower frequency type of music, in the sense that she's catering to a certain type of person and a certain type of energy that, quite frankly, I don't think we necessarily need in America so wholeheartedly. I'm not hating on it. I'm just looking at where America's at right now and what we need to do as artists to inspire. And I'm saying that Lizzo's not quite there yet. I'm not saying she won't get there. I'm not saying she's not capable of it. I'm just saying that to give her Entertainer of the Year puts so much pressure on that woman, who already seems to be having a lot of stuff to deal with right now, to excel. And hopefully that's what will happen. Like, I'm hoping that I can watch this video a year or two from now and be like, man, Lizzo really came the F up over the last 2 years and really stepped up to the plate after being granted Entertainer of the Year. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to happen, because she just has to go through so much more training as an artist to reach that top tier level. And people are already arguing that she's there. But you have to keep in mind, this is off of one album. Like, Lauryn Hill did the same thing. Now, Lauryn Hill is considered to be great, but at the same time, like, Lauryn Hill isn't really in the conversation anymore that much, because of the fact that that pressure crushed her. It took her out. It really brought her down to a level where it was like, oh man, what am I doing as an artist? She really had to reflect about what she was trying to do as a person. And I really think that Lizzo's about to go through that same thing. She's already crying on Instagram about the situation in the Lakers game, and it's like, Beyonce wouldn't do that. Rihanna wouldn't do that. Like, if you're gonna pull up in a thing and wear your thong and be all that and do this and that, then do it and own it. Which I think was what she was trying to do. But then the backlash hit, that fame hit, that those haters came out, and what ended up happening was that you see this whole, you see the real stuff. That's when the real artists really start to sit down. The same thing's happening with Summer Walker and other artists, mostly female, and maybe that's a different discussion, but these artists who really just can't necessarily take on the pressures of being an artist, and the fact that for every person that loves you, there's probably 10 people who hate you. And if you can't accept that, especially in the day and age with social media, where you could just tweet at somebody and be like, Lizzo is this, or Cardi B is that, or Tupac is this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can just talk crap about anybody at any given point in time. Hell, people think that this video I'm making right now is me talking crap about Lizzo, but it's not. What it really is doing is breaking down the logistics logically from a standpoint of being like, okay, well, yeah. So with that in mind, let me know what you think. Make sure you like, subscribe, check the comments, all that stuff. Thanks for watching Star Trek TV. Peace.